Hi computer scientists, Mr. Stafford here, and today I'm going to be showing you Unit 3, Lesson 3, Traversing Arrays with for loops. So the instructions on the first level ask us to write a for loop that prints out the numbers 0 to 5. And it gives us a little information about the syntax for the for loop. So we have our initialization, our Boolean expression, and how we increment. Okay, so we're going to start with for, int I equals 0. Okay, because we want to print out 0, and we want to print out 0 through 5. And so 0 through 5 is 6 different numbers, so I'm going to do I is less than 6. And then I want to print out every single one, so I'm going to increment with I++. We'll print this out, system.out.println. I want them on their own individual line, and I'm going to print out I, because I is our initialization variable. It's our variable that is changing throughout this loop. We will run this, make sure that it works okay, and I have 0 through 5. Okay, our next level says the neighborhood wants a line painted down the street to separate the lanes of traffic. Since someone is having a birthday party this weekend, they want the line to be painted with festive colors. So create a new painter object, and this is where they want it created. So I'm going to make painter, Sam equals new painter, and they want it at 6, 0, facing south, and 4 units of paint. Okay, and then initialize a string array called paint colors. Okay, so I'm going to do string array, hard brackets, called paint colors, equals, and then with 4 different paint colors. So the 4 different paint colors that I'm going to have are red, orange, yellow, and green. And it's asking us, using a for loop, paint each color from the array in order. Okay, so what I need to do is make a for loop, int I equals 0, and instead of hard coding the length of the array, I mean I can tell that it's 4, but I want you to use paint colors dot length. Use that instance field of length so that we avoid hard coding it, and it's going to be easier in the long run when our arrays get much larger than just 4 elements. Okay, so we have I++, and what I want to do is ask Sam to move, so sam.move, and then I want Sam to paint, sam.paint, and I need to access the elements that are in the array. So I need to talk to the array first, and its name is paint colors, and I need to access the index, so I put the hard brackets down, and then I put I, because I is our variable that is changing in the loop. I'm going to run this, see what we get, and that's what I've got first. So it's not like the picture that I have. I need to ask Sam to move again, so I'm going to say sam.move. That's why we test. Run this again, and that looks more like our picture. Hit finish. And it says everybody really liked the festive colors, but they decided that they want the colors in reverse instead. Create a new painter object, 6, 0, facing south, with 4 units of paint. That sounds familiar. And it also says initialize a string array called paint colors. That also sounds familiar, with 4 different paint colors. Using the for loop, paint each color from the array, starting from the last color in the array, and moving through the array backwards. So what I'm going to do, if you want to have a little bit more practice of typing up that code, please do so. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy my code from the last level and paste it here, knowing that I'm going to have to modify this code because of what it's asking me to do. And what it's asking me to do is starting from the last color in the array and moving through the array backwards, ending with the last paint spot being painted with the paint color at index 0. So what my color should look like for my array are green, yellow, orange, and red. So what I'm going to initialize it, instead of int I equals 0, I'm going to initialize it at paint colors dot length. But if I left it at dot length, keep in mind my length is going to be 4, but my largest index is 3 because we index at 0. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3. Length is 4, so I need to do 4 minus 1, which is 3. Okay? And since I'm moving backwards, it's going 3, 2, 1, 0. And I need to paint my 0th index. Okay? So this is going to be I is greater than or equal to 0. I want it to be equal to 0 because 0 is a valid index. It's my first index. And instead of I++, I need it to be I minus minus because I'm decrementing through my index or through my indices. It's going to be 3, 2, 1, 0. Run this, and I have green, yellow, orange, and red. Okay. And then the last level is a challenge level. Pick one that you want to tackle and submit the assignment.